We are talking about goals. Is this computer on? Are we gonna work today? Because that'd be nice. Where are my listings? T. Let's hope we look presentable. Okay. We are talking about goals. Let's make a thumbnail. So the question is, what were my January goals? Did I meet them or not, and why? And then what are my February goals? And why did I set those goals? Okay, so why should you set goals? Well, it's always good to have goals. It's not the law. I will tell you this straight off, right off the bat. This is not the law, but it is helpful to have goals to work towards. And I haven't sat down today for today's goals. What I try to do every day is like that. I bought this journal specifically for my reselling business, and I like it because, you know, enjoy the little things, which I think is really important, to be mindful, to stop and pause and enjoy sunshine, enjoy birds that are singing a song, enjoy children's laughter, you know, enjoy a cup of coffee in the morning, you know, that kind of stuff, and enjoy the little things. And what I'm enjoying right now is that I made my very first sale. I'm so excited. There's a video about that. I will pop that for you on the screen. Go check that out. And I will talk a little bit about that today as well, because it kind of ties in with the goals. Where are they? Here. So, setting goals is not so you can fail, obviously. Setting goals is that you can keep yourself accountable and keep yourself on track with what you're trying to achieve. And goals can always be adjusted. So I did not put the bar very high. I actually kept it really, really low because I didn't want to get disappointed if things weren't going to go the way I was hoping they were going to go, because life is life. And sometimes you deal with limits, right? So anyway, my very first goal here at the top of my list, sell at least one item. Well, I did that. Yeah, check mark. I sold one item. And I can tell you a little bit about the profit at the very end, and I wrote that in here as well. And I'm probably gonna eventually do that with all my items. I need to start a spreadsheet. Until then, I just wrote it in my handy dandy notebook. So the sold, it was listed on January 18th, and it sold on January 25th. So it was only listed for a week. So that's great. I was so happy to see that sold fast, because I did my homework and I checked the comps and I thought, oh, okay, this book is in demand. Picked it up, listed it, it sold. Shipped it on January 26th, so the day after, and the buyer paid a total, let's see, the item itself was $20. The shipping, I put a flat rate of $5, and I'll get back to that in a minute. And the tax was $1.90. So the total was $26.90 Canadian dollars. And yeah, I paid $15.64 for shipping. I made a mistake there, but that's good because I'm learning. So I paid $15.64 for shipping. I paid $5.99 for the item itself. So in total, it cost me $21.63. So the $26.90 minus $21.63 equals $5.27 in profit. And you can say, wow, that's nothing. True, it is very little, but it is my first sale and I celebrate the little things. So to me, this is great. It's wonderful because it gives me motivation to keep on going, and it taught me a lesson. So yeah. On to the next thing. So that was one of my goals, and I freaking crushed it. I sold at least one item. So that's good. Okay, next. Network on YouTube daily. I have a little bit of experience being on YouTube. I have another channel, and I will pop it in the description so you can go find it. It has nothing to do with reselling. I am an artist and I paint, so that channel is about that. Although at the moment it's a little bit on the back burner as I set up this eBay stuff. So once I've kind of got myself familiarized and I've got a little bit of a routine going, I will be posting on that other channel a little bit more frequently. All that to say that networking on YouTube is important. You know, it's another way of getting your name out there. It's another way of building a community. I would love for my YouTube channel, for both of the YouTube channels, to eventually get monetized, because it's another stream of income. I'm a single mom, so I'm trying to find a lot of little side hustles that I can do that I enjoy without having to be at a job from like 9 to 5, because I can't. The networking on YouTube. So what I do is I will go into the subscriptions, the places that I've subscribed to, and I see if they've posted new videos, and then I will put them in my watch later part. And then during the day, I try to watch probably a minimum of 5 videos and comment on each one of them, just so that I'm engaging with the reseller community. First off, I'm learning a lot by watching others. Absolutely amazing feedback and info, and I also feel like I'm part of a community that cares, and we're all kind of in the same boat. We may be in different niches or niches, whatever you want to call it, trying to, you know, sell stuff on eBay and Poshmark. So the networking is for me to learn, the networking is for me to get my name out there and to just be part of a bigger thing, and hopefully get my channel out there as well. And I would really love to be able to make a little bit of an income on that in the future. Okay, so next goal for January was to organize the National Geographic magazines. Well, I kind of sort of did that. You will see some, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a bunch right behind me over there. But I've organized them by year. So all of the magazines from the 70s are in one pile, one of the 80s, the ones from the 80s are in one pile, in the 90s. And I've got some sitting here, I think those are 60s and 70s. And I need to get going on these magazines. I have 2 binders behind me. So they come in these cool leather bindings, right? And it will tell you the month. This is July to December through to December 1958. And I'm thinking of listing them like that, either 6 or 12. I'm just to get them moving, because they are taking up a lot of space in my house, and some of them are not in the best of shape. Like you can see, maybe, let me see if it'll focus. The spine on some of them are damaged, and I haven't looked inside every single one of them either to see what they look like, but I will do that soon. I'm gonna put at least 1 year up this week. That's the plan. It was a cool find, but it does take up space, and I don't have a storage unit or anything. So that's the Nat Geo. Next on the list, put at least 1 item up for auction. I did put an item up for auction. It was the Bambi VHS, because it had been sitting there for about a month and with 0 views or maybe 1 or 2 views, and it wasn't moving, was no real traffic going to it. And I thought, let's just see. I just wanted to experiment with the auction. And so I did put it up for auction. And the auction came and went and nothing happened. I put 1 item up for auction and it didn't sell, and we'll probably keep on practicing and trying to figure this out and experimenting with auctions. Next point, expand your inventory by about 20 to 25 items minus the Nat Geo magazines. I think I've done that because I went through a bag of old kids' clothes, and I probably have at least 20 or so items that I'm currently slowly putting on Poshmark. I've got some sitting right here, and I also found a pair of my old jeans right about here. I've never used them, bought them. Tags are still on them. So, and these are $90 retail, never been worn. So I'm gonna put these on Poshmark. In case you're interested, it's a size 32 inseam, 31. It's a women's jean, and it's it says a curvy fit, high rise, straight leg. Oh, you can see it here too on the back. See? So all the tags are still on these jeans. I do have another exact same pair, and I do wear that one, but they're actually a little bit on the small side for me. So yeah, this has never been worn. It's in great condition, obviously. So we're gonna throw that onto Poshmark. But I have a couple of other clothing items that I've been working on getting on Poshmark. I mean, I want to add to my inventory, but I don't want to add to my inventory. Why? Because I have so many magazines and only 50 spots for listing right now. And what I'm looking for is things that sell fast so that I can actually show eBay, hey, my shop is selling, give me more listings so I can put more on. And yeah, that's the whole idea behind that. So I will try to keep adding to my inventory, but I got to be careful with what I add because I have a very limited space, my bedroom. So, but we'll get to that later about February goals. Okay, next, list at least 5 to 10 items on Marketplace. Now, let me double check how much I have on Marketplace right now. Currently, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things listed on here. So, well, 5 to 10. I'm kind of in the middle there, so that's good. So yeah, yay! Reach that goal, woohoo! And I'm gonna be adding more in coming month. I'm thinking. I did bring down the price on a few things. And the other thing, someone did offer me $20 for the National Geographic Society 100 Years of Adventure and Discovery. It's like that big book. Because I thought, well, let's throw it out on Marketplace so that I don't have to ship it. It's big and heavy, come and get it kind of thing. Someone offered me $20, said, would you take 20? I said, yes, I would. Heard nothing after that, so. Hello, what you doing? Hi. No knocking stuff over, please. Hey, baby. Okay, next point. Check the free section on Castanet on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then it kind of ties into, thank you. It ties into check the free section on Marketplace on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, I got to talk to you about this a little bit because I did that for maybe 1 or 2 weeks. But it was such a time waster for me that I stopped doing it I was just very tense and stressed out about it. And that to me is not worth it because I was like every free second I had, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna check this out. Like, is this worth it? Like, and I'm constantly running comps and constantly like checking things on eBay and Poshmark and, oh, if I pick this up for $5 or $10, can I flip it for this amount? And constantly trying to do that was just driving me insane. So I've stepped away from it because that would mean every Saturday when my kids are like gone in the morning, their visit with their dad, I did it 1 week, be running around town, picking things up. And I thought it's kind of a waste of time because I'd be wasting gas and I just didn't feel happy doing it. I'd rather go to a thrift store. I like the hunt. I like looking at different items and just being able to look things up right there. And I'm still gonna do this like once a month. Like I go onto Marketplace and I go onto Castanet and I will save the listing and then I will go back to it. So I'm probably gonna go back to anything that I've saved, probably the 3rd week of each month, and then see if I can pick it up, because then I'd rather do it on one Saturday a month and maybe Sunday, depending on whether people are home or not, rather than doing this every single weekend, because my weekends, like that Saturday is my time that I can actually go thrifting. And I know it's a terrible day for thrifting, but gotta work with what you have, right? So no, I did not meet that goal. What was that? No, I did not meet this goal, and it's okay because it wasn't working for me. So we're adjusting the goal. Final goal for January was to post at least 4 videos on YouTube. Now, let me just double check how many I actually posted in January. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually posted 6 videos in January. 6. So yes, I did it. But it's taking away from my other channels. So I'm just trying to put out at least 1 video a week. And if I have something to share in the meantime that's not, too complicated for editing or whatever, or time, then I can throw it in as a bonus. But the goal is to have at least 1 video a week up for you guys. So yay, did that. So there we go. Those were my January goals. Do you have goals for you for the month or for the year or for just the week or the day? Because I like to do weekly goals and break it down into daily goals, and then I could maybe tackle 1 or 2 things a day rather than looking at a list of 20 things for that month and I'm going, oh my God. So I like to just make it bite-sized and easily achievable for myself, and then I can always adjust if I need to in the future. I'm like, what am I doing with my teeth? Like, hold the cup, put it in front of you, by your mouth, let's play with it. I don't know, just being stupid. And needless to say, the tea is cold. Don't like that. Okay, so that was January. February goals. Here we go, guys. These are the goals for February, and by the end of February, probably on the last day of February, if it falls on a weekday like this, I will sit down and go over the goals and let you know whether I've achieved the goals or not and why, what I've learned, what was exciting, and then about the next month's goals. So that made her jump. Sorry, Chloe. February's goals. Okay, sell at least 2 items. Yeah, we're stepping up in the world, guys. 2. I really am hoping I'm gonna sell more, but I did 1, we'll double it for 2, and then we'll see where we're going from there. Don't want to put the bar too high, because I don't want to say, oh, I'm gonna sell 5, and what if I only sell 2? Then I feel like a failure. Well, if I sell 2 in this month, coming of February, then yay, good for me. If I sell more, even better, party. So 2 items, whether it's on eBay or Poshmark, doesn't matter to me. Okay, next goal, list 5 items per week on eBay. And it ties in with the next goal, list 5 items per week on Poshmark. Why 5? Because I'm trying to be careful with how many listings I actually can put on eBay. Poshmark, I think I don't have a limit. I don't know. I haven't run into it yet. But for eBay, I know I have only 50 listings available right now. If I do 5 every week, that's 20 extra listings. So by the end of February, it's going to get a little crowded for listings. So hopefully by then, by talking to eBay, they will bump it up for me, which will be nice. So 5 items per week on eBay, 5 items per week on Poshmark is the goal. Next on the list, check out Canada Post small business perks. When I went to the post office to send off my first item, the clerk was really nice and said, you know what, check out the, go online on Canada Post and check out perks you can get for small business, because that way I could get a discount on the shipping, and there are other perks. Like I could even access either discounted shipping items or get them for free. I don't know. So I got to look into that. So that's my goal for this month, is look into it, see what I can get there. Next up is put at least 2 items up for auction. Last month was 1 item up for auction. This month I'm going to do 2 up for auction just to see how if it sells, see if it moves some inventory around. Next is buy some baskets for inventory. Yeah. And that's not just the only goal. The other goal that goes with that is to rearrange my closet a little bit, and as well as go into my shed downstairs, or to my shed outside. It's attached to the house, like close to the front. There's a lot of winter gear in there right now. There's a lot of seasonal stuff for the kids, but I figure that if I am smart with my space, I should be able to use that as well to put inventory in, especially stuff that is fine in fluctuating temperatures. And then I have to rearrange my closet because I have a whack load of yarn sitting here. Crochet is one of my hobbies. Although I haven't done it in a while, I have huge totes full of yarn, and I thought, well, maybe I'm gonna put those in the crawl space downstairs. Maybe I'll keep 1 out because my daughter does like to come and sort through it at times and pick a few things. But I have a huge one that is just taking up so much space, and I thought, well, if I can just get some other totes in here for inventory purposes, right? But anyway, I need to start first off by buying a few more baskets or get some totes from my crawl space because I have lots of totes, lots of empty totes. I used them for moving when I moved into this house, so I don't have to buy any. Add at least 10 more books or make lots of books. So I'm enjoying actually looking up books and finding those that are in high demand or they'll sell for a decent profit. I don't know what it is. Like, I haven't been reading any books at all lately, but there's something about books that I really love. And when I went to the one thrift store, they selling books for a really, really good price. I know I got a comment saying, oh, that's actually terrible for books. We don't really have estate sales here as much as the States, at least not that I know of. I check the local classifieds, and every time I look at the estate sales, it's 0. So I don't know, maybe it's more of an American thing. I have no clue, but I am more than happy to buy books for 52 cents to $1 each. That works for me. And you know, if I'm happy, fine. You know, I don't have to please the whole world. So, but I want to add at least 10 more books to my inventory this week, or buy lots of books. I did buy a lot at the last store. This is 5 books in the series. I'll just take the next one. It's the Conspiracy 365 series, and I've got September, October, November, December, and January. So I think I'm gonna be looking for things like that. Either the same genre, the series, or the same author, because that makes the shipping worthwhile, because as I said earlier, it's going to be at least $15 to ship one book. Now, once it becomes a parcel, the weight is not a big deal. It kind of becomes it kind of stays within that same range of price, depending on where it goes. So it's the distance then that becomes the problem, not the weight. So I figured if I do a lot, then it's worth my while, because then I can sell maybe the books for $25 and then the shipping of $15 doesn't look so bad. And that's just my brain thinking. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's the plan, is to add some more books. Books don't really take up a whole lot of space right now. Right now. All right, next point. Niche down a bit on plush and clothes. Yes, when I go shopping, I want to just pick 1 or 2 sections of the store and stay there and just do the comps as I'm there, look things up, and instead of looking at every single thing that's there and wasting my time looking at probably 100 things that are not worth picking up and maybe the one thing that is, then I'd rather be, let's say, in the plush section, or let's say I'm going to go into a store and I'm going to think to myself, okay, I'm going to look at women's jeans and women's jeans only and spend my time and focus there. Otherwise, I'm like, oh my gosh, I get overwhelmed. So that's one thing I need to do. And I got to niche down a little bit, want to get to know the different brands, styles, so that I feel a little bit more comfortable knowing what I'm talking about when I actually put them up for sale. And I don't mean I need to become an expert. I mean, I know people sell things like golf clubs that have never, golfed in their life. That's fine, right? But I just want to be able to answer questions when people have questions. And I also want to know that when I go through a rack of clothing, that maybe in a month from now, when I go through it, I can go through it twice as fast, because I know, okay, these brands don't sell, or these are not worth picking up. Those are bolos. Pick those up. So just for me to learn, and then we'll see where things go in the future. Okay. Next point, learn more about shoes. I do see people selling shoes, and I thought, okay, it scares me for a little bit, but you know what? Clothing scared me at first as well, until I felt a little bit more comfortable and got a little bit more familiar with it. So the only thing I don't really want to do is spend hours cleaning shoes. So if I will pick up shoes, they have to be in pretty good condition, or something that is very quickly and easy to clean, but at the same time, I'm still learning what brands are good to pick up, what style is good to pick up. I have no idea, so I want to learn about it. I'm not going to start listing shoes yet. I want to learn. So that's the point for February, learn about shoes. Okie dokie. And the next one is pick up a few free items from Marketplace and Castanet. So I wanted to just make it a little bit easier for me. I'm going to look at the free sections and see if anything is worth picking up. And if not, oh well, that's fine. something will come my way. I'm just gonna have to trust the process. My daughter's coming up the stairs. Give me a second. I know.
From a very broken tooth.
I know. Well, I'm just doing a video and I'm almost done. You can be here if you can be quiet. Okay, so pick up a few free items from Marketplace and Castanet, just so that I won't be going crazy every single weekend trying to pick things up. And I'm gonna look at just very small, or low priced items to pick up and see if I can flip them. And I only want to do a pickup once a month. So there's that. And then the next point, I'll try to wrap this up, is post at least 4 videos on YouTube. And I already wrote down a couple of topics that I think I want to cover in these videos. So, but let me know in the comments if you want me to cover certain topics, and I'll just keep plugging along and see what works. That doesn't work. So I hope this was helpful for you, and leave me a comment, and I'm gonna have my assistant come in right now. Are you coming? Oh, little assistant? I'm gonna say, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Come here. And we want to see your eyes, okay?
Wait, what am I on?
Okay, look at the black dot. That's the camera.
Like the video and also subscribe.
Okay. And say, have a great day.
Have a great day.
And we'll see you in the next one.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome. Good job.